Hello once again and good evening to all our viewers as well as our supporters who have been with us through the years. This is another episode of iGreyhound and we are being streamed live on the Facebook page of Foundation University as well as also being streamed live on Channel 6 of Filproducts TV-Dumaguete. And we are once again right here in our Thursday episode. I hope that you have made Thursdays as your regular habit. So again, we always make sure that our episodes are those that we prepare for and those that you can also get insights from as well as in appreciation of what our students so far have been doing. And we have invited another group of student achievers in the university. They have actually been through many contests for a number of them, but this time they are bringing laurels once again to the university through this particular skills competition. So may I introduce them to all our televiewers and I will allow them later on to expound on what they have joined as far as bringing medals to the university is concerned. Immediately to my left is somebody who is not a stranger anymore to iGreyhound because I have had her here for an interview, of course, in another event or for another event, but this time she is going to expound on what she has won in a particular competition. So may I introduce to all our viewers, Miss Minella Laro. Hi, Minella.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, iGreyhound. Good evening. I'm Minella once again.
Yes, I have already I have already introduced you, in fact. So it's another introduction for you. Yes, and beside Minella here is Mel, Magdalene, and Thea. And I'd like to also welcome her here on the show. Hi, Mel.
Hi, Mom. Good evening. And good evening, everyone. And good evening, from iGreyhound.
Yes, thank you very much once again, Mel. And this is one of my favorite students among many students at the university because she makes sure that I am well-fed, no? And that the services that they render to me are top-notch really on campus. May I introduce to all our televiewers, Honey May Ipil. Hi, Honey, and welcome to iGreyhound.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening. Hi to the viewers, the iGreyhound. I am Honey May Ipil.
Yes. I've introduced you already, so no need to introduce yourselves once again. Yes, okay. Like Minella, yes. Tell us about this particular competition that all you guys have joined.
For my competition, I joined the restaurant service, while here Mel joined baking and Honey joined the cooking competition.
For your own competition, Talk about your own competition.
My competition is all about restaurant service, so it's more on related to my industry and how people are expected to work in a restaurant or hotels. And
okay. Tell us first and foremost about the Provincial Skills Competition.
Provincial Skills Competition is held yearly here in Dumaguete City. It is really connected to TESDA in a search for a representative of our country to compete in World Skills Competition. So it will start first in provincial level, rather. Next is regionals, to nationals, and then for international level.
Okay, so this is where you are now, no? The provincial level of the competition. Okay, thank you very much. And then your event or your category is, as you mentioned, restaurant services. Yes, I'll get back to you, no, Minella. And then for Mel, which is baking, right?
Mom.
Yes.
So the baking competition, Mom, is also related in our specific course in our industry, which is hospitality management. And the whole competition of the baking was to perform different types of bread such as baguettes, brioche, like dinner rolls, and then you have to make specific what flavors do you want in your breads. And last is the healthy breads, the related ones which has nuts, and which has no sugar.
Yes, okay, very interesting.
Yes,
okay, and then I'll get back to you as well, Mel. Yeah, and for Honey, which is cookery or cooking. Yes, okay. Tell us more about this.
So for the cooking competition, ma'am, it's not actually new to everybody because there are a lot of cooking competitions. And for my part, I competed with different schools and institutions here in Dumaguete City, and we are tasked among all the competitions that was held during the provincial skills competition, ma'am, the cooking was held for like 3 days, ma'am. So it was really hard for me to cope up, but thank God that I survived the competition.
Wow, yeah. So all in all, how many schools participated, Minella?
First, there's FU, AXAT, MDC, and the Hulman.
Okay, but yeah.
In my competition, there's only 3, only AXAT, FU, and MDC.
Okay, and in your case, for example, specifically for restaurant service or restaurant services, were you alone in that particular category, or did you have a team to work with you?
I have an assistant, ma'am, but they're not allowed if the timer is on. We're not allowed to talk to each other. But I am the only one who's doing all the tasks, and they're just there to support me if I need anything. And we're also given time to prepare.
Okay.
with
So
them, of course.
yeah, so all of you ladies, you got the silver medal
Yes,
Yes,
or
ma'am.
the second place. Yes. Oh, that's a great achievement already.
Thank you, ma'am.
Considering that you are pitted against also very good schools, no?
Yes,
In the city, and I think even in the province, because this is a provincial skills competition. So I'll tackle Minella first. Specifically, what did you do as far as the category on restaurant service is
I
concerned?
tackled a lot of field, like for example, in restaurant, I am expected to do the banquet service, the table skirting, the table boxing rather, the wine decanting, and as well as the canapé making, the sparkling wine, pouring, or anything related to the restaurant service, as well as preparing dishes like flambeing your food, like how to serve it to the guests, as well related to beverage.
Okay. Only beverage or as well as
Beverage
food?
and food.
As
Yes,
well?
both, ma'am.
Yes. So in other words, it's like making it attractive for the
Yes.
clientele or the
Yes,
clients,
ma'am.
no? Yeah.
Providing service to them.
Yes. In a restaurant specifically. Is it for any event, Minella? Whatever the event may be, so long as you are in a restaurant? Is that how it is?
Yes, ma'am. Especially if you're in a 5-star restaurant,
Okay,
like it is really expected that we should give that kind of service to the guests.
Right, yes. So any event, no,
Yes.
whatever it may be, so long as you are in a restaurant. Usually, is it only for 5-star restaurants or?
Not necessarily,
Yeah.
ma'am, because there are a lot of dining types. So there is
Places.
casual, there's also
Okay.
fine dining.
Okay.
So it can differ from not just to 5-star restaurant.
Yes, or from one event to another, no? Yes, okay, thank you very much. And then for Mel, baking is also equally interesting, no?
Yes, ma'am.
But you mentioned several types of breads.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, maybe you can once again reprise that or expound on them.
Okay, ma'am. So the breads that I
Yes.
that I produced during the
competition.
competition was baguette, baguette, and then the brioche, savory bread, and then the brioche with no fillings, just the regular bread. Though
You bake them on the spot,
Yes,
Mel?
ma'am.
Okay.
it was not that hard for me because I'm really into baking. Before I had a what do you call this, a small business where I cook baked goods. That's why it wasn't a hassle for me.
Wow. So,
Yes, ma'am.
in fact, even before you had joined the university
ma'am.
as a hospitality and
Yes, ma'am. Hospitality management.
management student, you were already into
Yes,
baking.
ma'am. Yes,
Okay. So now, are you also still into this
Yes,
kind of
ma'am.
business?
Yes, ma'am. Hopefully, when I graduate, I will be working and then save up for a business.
Okay.
Then
So
start it again.
yes. So in this particular competition, similarly as what I had asked Minella as well, Mel, you were alone.
I had an assistant, ma'am,
Okay.
also. I one assistant.
Okay. Was it, by the way, time bound? Meaning, like, how long should you bake this?
So the whole
breads?
competition was 8 hours. We have to stand 8 hours. We're not allowed to sit hold
down.
our phones or anything.
Okay.
The only thing that our assistants can do, ma'am, was just to wash the dishes.
Oh, I see. So
They-
you mean you baked for the
Yes.
entire 8 hour?
Yes,
8 hours. For Minella, you were into various types of services
Yes,
in a
ma'am.
restaurant for 8 hours as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Because,
it can go
uh,
beyond, ma'am, depending the time left.
Okay, yeah, because it's a competition, so it's
Yes, ma'am.
time bound. Okay,
Yes,
so you
ma'am.
bake. Yeah, were you able to bake all the breads that were required of you, Mel?
Yes, ma'am, but unfortunately, I forgot that it has to be 12 baguettes. And in my mind, it was just 6 baguettes.
Really? So
Yes,
just
ma'am.
half
Yes,
of the
ma'am.
baguettes
Yes,
that is
ma'am.
required.
Yes.
So from 12 to 6.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is that no? I'm only kidding, no. But I'm thinking aloud. Is that why you probably got the silver medal? Or
It was
something?
the only thing I was hustle, ma'am, was the showpiece one. We have to make a bread that has a theme, ocean theme. But then I didn't get it perfect, so that's
okay.
why I didn't.
Yeah,
Probably I didn't get the gold
Okay,
medal.
because that's the theme, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Ocean.
Ocean theme.
Okay. So
Yes,
the sea and
Yes, ma'am.
the blue waters, no? Something. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mel. And then for Honey, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
For Honey, yes. Yours is cookery.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Not really new, no, as far as
Yes.
competition is concerned. Okay. Yeah, Honey, what exactly did you cook?
Yes. So for like 3 days, ma'am, I cook different types of like there are themes every day, and I cook different dish. So for the first day, ma'am, I cook some pasta, and we should do or make the pasta on site, which is like we are not allowed to buy ready-made pasta, and we just
Yeah.
have to boil it. So
Yes,
we need to
yes.
knead. And for another one, ma'am, it's we have made a fish main course, because the theme for that was fine dining. And like for the second day, I have made some vegetarian canapes. It's like the bite-size
Yes,
appetizers.
yes,
And for the next one, we have made some soup and apple tart, I mean.
Okay.
So for the third day, I was confused because for the third day it was like the very hard part of the contest, because we have to prepare 3 dish, and it's fine dining theme also. So first we need to prepare a soup, then we need to prepare a main dish, which is the chicken, because there are like rules on what to prepare. And for the last dish, I have prepared a dessert, which is a deconstructed black forest cake, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Why for your category? Why for 3 days? Why
Yeah.
did you cook for 3 days? For them, it's 1 day,
Two for me.
two days for Minella, and then
One
for
day
Mel,
for me, ma'am.
1 day for you, but 8 hours for
Sorry,
each.
ma'am, it was 12 hours.
12 hours.
Yeah,
Okay.
12 hours of
1 day,
standing.
1 day.
Yes,
2
ma'am.
days for Minella,
Yes.
but a total of like for 1 day, like 8 hours,
hours.
something. Yeah, for Honey, 3 days.
So-
But is that the competition? Is it still part of the competition?
Yes,
The 3 days.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Because the competition was like a 3-day,
okay.
4-day
Yes, yes,
event.
Yeah.
So for the first day, it was the opening on the morning, and the afternoon it was the start of my competition. So
Okay.
I think my competition total around 18 hours, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
And for my part, I also have an assistant too. But however, they are only allowed to wash the dishes and to
Okay.
peel, only to peel. They
okay.
don't. They are not allowed to do any skill like cutting, because
Okay.
it is already part of the competition. Like they need to observe how we cut
Okay.
and how we prepare the food.
You mentioned about your cooking pasta. You mean you're
Yes,
not
ma'am.
allowed to buy the
Yes, ma'am.
ready-made to be cooked pasta?
Yes, ma'am. Because
oh my. So you'll start from scratch, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
And what's the challenging part of it is that
Yeah.
we have an order list, like an ingredients needed to bring in the competition,
Yes, yes.
and we're only allowed to bring that particular grams for the, like for example, a tomato.
Okay.
We need to bring only like 3 kilos of tomato. So
Okay.
that will be used for the whole event, whole competition.
So you provide the ingredients
Yes, ma'am.
yourselves for even for baking.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
bring them with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So specifically, like how many grams?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And that's what you bring to
Yes,
the
ma'am.
competition.
That was the challenging part for me, because I am not new to cooking competitions.
Okay.
Since I was like in high school, I am already doing cooking competitions, but it was a new challenge for me because all the ingredients used and all the cooking methods to be done, and like everything is dictated, so I need to follow that. Even when we are plating, ma'am, we need to serve the food cold if it is supposed to be served cold, and we need to serve it hot if it is served to be hot. And the last challenge was that we need 2 grams, we need to kilo our food to be served. Like for example, ma'am, we need to serve a deconstructed black forest cake. It is said that we need to serve it 90 grams only, and if we go beyond that, we will have a minus points.
So it's really very specific, no?
Yes, ma'am.
For restaurant service, I know that, well, of course, there are specific guidelines, no? But you don't need to bring anything, Minella. Did you provide for your materials?
We have to, we are given budget actually, ma'am.
What did you bring?
All of the materials, aside from the recipes, because I have to prepare food and beverages also. So it's a clash of everything for food, for beverage, and also plus the service. And when you say service, there are also materials like the tables, the utensils, the silverware, the glassware, and everything. It's much more expensive, and I have to budget. I cannot go beyond the budget.
Yes, right. So yours is like doing the arrangement, for example, table arrangement, that is included, the cutlery, the utensils, and everything. But you also will need to provide food and beverage.
Yes, ma'am. As well as service, ma'am, because you have to act it out, because there are also guests who's going to pretend.
That they are guests.
Yes, they are guests.
And you serve them, no? Because it's restaurant service.
And the same with honey, ma'am. We also have to wait our dishes. So, and as well as our beverages, it has to be. There are specific types of beverages that we have to prepare, as well as coffee.
Yes. You know, things like these, no, tend to, of course, expose you, ladies, insofar as making sure that the theories that you learned here in school would be relevant, no, to what you will be doing, especially if you are in your workplace already. But all of you are in your, if I'm not mistaken, 3rd year or 4th year already? Fourth year. Wow, my gosh, no? So shout out to our dean, no? Dean Antonio Bendal, sir. My goodness, no? The students that we have and the entire Foundation University is truly proud of what you can do, because not only are we proud because you participated and made it to the 2nd place, no, in a skills competition, but you know, your talents, your skills, your abilities are like world class, no? Imagine doing all these things for people who may be, of course, paying for the services that you would be giving them. But how did you prepare? I think it's a basic question, no? How did you prepare for a competition such as this? Of course, you have lessons, no? You have theories and you have practice also here at Foundation. But like for Minella, how did you prepare for this?
Of course, ma'am, I have to practice. I have to research also, like wine knowledge, the different kinds of things that, like basic ideas or basic knowledge about restaurant service, because I have to research, not just wait for my expert to tell me what to do. I have to do it because the schedule is really hectic, and I think I have to do it on my own.
Can you innovate, for example, even if you may have learned such theories, but can you not revise, but can you innovate?
Yes, ma'am. For some, like the canapé, we are given a chance to show off how we make our own canapé, but in some tasks, for example, in coffee, if they ask for an Irish coffee, we really have to make an Irish coffee, a traditional Irish coffee. The same with mocktails. We are allowed to innovate also for the mocktails, for the cocktails, as long as we show our creative side, it's really okay. We also have to serve the guests. That traditional way of serving.
But of course, you learned this from your lectures, discussion in the classroom. classroom, no?
Yes.
Yeah, so only those things that are allowed for you to be creative, that's where you can like make some innovations,
Yes,
no?
ma'am.
Oh, very interesting. Yeah, thank you, Minella. And then for Mel,
Yes.
Mel, can you put in your, how would I call it, your brand or your, parang brand ba ang tawag? Something like your touch in the baked products that you do? Or do you have a particular way of really doing it?
I do have, ma'am, the theories of baking, because baking is a bit complicated if you don't know the small things
yes.
of theories, such as
Yes.
the mixing of ingredients,
Yes,
the right exact amount of
Okay.
the specific ingredients you will be doing. So if you mistakenly put, for example,
Yeah.
you should just put 3 teaspoons of baking soda or powder.
Okay.
If you go beyond that specific amount,
Measurement,
your product will be not good as what
Okay,
you want
okay,
it want to be.
But these are the basic things, no? Basic. But
Yes,
like for
ma'am.
example, the taste that you prefer for a particular product, can you like innovate on that?
No,
Like,
mom,
ano?
because
No,
some
also, huh? Oo.
it depends on you, mom. If
yeah.
what's your we have different taste buds.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
for
Like too sweet, maybe it needs a little more sugar
more sweetness, savory. So
Yeah,
for
okay.
my part, mom, I did practice with honey
Okay.
a week before the competition. So
Practice in terms of what? Baking
baking the whole product that we have to do in the
and there were many
on-site.
that
Yes,
you had to
ma'am.
do, no?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Oo.
So we have to, the most complicated part was just the baguette, because the first ingredient I researched on internet was a disaster. So I did a research again, and I was so hesitant to try it again because I want it to be perfect as the traditional French baguette. So on the second day of the practice, I did a research, and then it came out really good.
Okay. But aren't you taught these things like baking baguette, for example, in the classroom here at Foundation?
Unfortunate, mom, baguette here is not really taught because
Okay.
it's a very complicated. It's not complicated. It's just a long process of
Okay.
making baguettes, because you have to. For my recipe, it was supposedly a 10-hour fermentation of the baguette, from starting from the yeast, because it needs to be fed with sugar so that it can build up
Yeah.
more
Yes.
more structure for the
Okay.
baguette to look good.
Yeah, okay. So, but the equipment, the like oven, for example, it was provided for by the organizers?
We
Or-
use the ones it was in the cube bar.
Ah,
We
okay.
have
So
to
you
bring
brought
it-
your
yes, ma'am.
an
All
oven.
equipment.
And even like what kitchen
materials.
utensils.
Yes,
ma'am.
So you bring them. You
Yes, ma'am.
provide
From
for them.
refrigerators to oven.
Also
tables.
yeah, including
ma'am.
tables,
Yes,
no? As Minella had mentioned, utensils you also
Yes,
bring them,
ma'am.
of course, no? And you choose the cutlery, you choose
Yes.
the everything, no? Oh my, no? Yeah, I cannot do those things, of course, no? So my goodness. And then for Mel, you mentioned several challenges, no? And it's a good thing that for Honey, that Mel had also mentioned that both of you like collaborated in terms of doing some practice, no? But the choice, by the way, Honey, of the dishes, was it dictated upon, so to speak, by the organizers?
Like there is a main ingredient needs to be used, so it was dictated. Like for example, ma'am, for a main course, you need to provide a fish as a protein, and we need to provide a starch and a choice of 2 vegetables. It was not really dictated what to serve, but as I've said earlier, that there was an order list or a list of ingredients that we only allowed to buy. So it was like you need to choose the vegetables that you are going to use on the order list, ma'am.
Yes.
So on the cooking methods, it was not dictated. So it was up to us how to prepare the fish and what sauce to be on the dish, and like there are just like little rules on the particular dish, like how it weighs and if it needs a crispy decorations and if it edible garnishes or like freestyle of how to present that dish, ma'am.
So for cookery, you are allowed to be creative.
Yes, ma'am.
Perhaps your taste, no,
Yes,
according to
ma'am.
your taste. In terms of the packaging, so to speak, no, of your products, because Minella had also prepared food as well as beverage. No, is it important the attractiveness of how you package it? Like color, do you consider color?
Yes, ma'am.
Texture,
Yes,
maybe,
So,
preparation. Yeah.
So for the presentation, ma'am, we really have to be creative at that part.
Yeah.
However, for the plate, ma'am, we are required to put it on a 30 centimeter diameter plate. So all the plates should be uniform.
Uniform.
So for the presentation, ma'am, we are allowed to like be creative on it, like to balance the colors, the texture. That's why edible garnishes are allowed, but not those leafy garnishes because it's too common. And
yes.
yeah, for the they said, ma'am, on the competition that presentation is always important because as we look at the dish, we can say that maybe it's delicious because it is presented well. However, they have emphasized that we should be mindful enough that our dish can be look good, but it should be taste good also.
Okay. So both, I think, no?
Yes,
it should look good and at the same time taste good
yes,
as
ma'am.
well.
So
Yes.
there must be a balance of
Yes.
the flavors that you have put in there. So you can put anything that you want if it doesn't taste good with the dishes
You take it out.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also, and as we also like wind up this particular segment, do you also take into consideration the nutritional value, no? Like how many calories, how many amount of fats or amount of whatever? Is that also considered in your preparation of dishes?
For me, ma'am,
Yeah,
they didn't
Minella.
state it, ma'am. They didn't.
But in your course,
yes,
it's part,
ma'am.
no? It's part
Yes, ma'am.
nutritional
It's
value,
part.
no? Not necessarily
not
in the competition.
Yes, it's
Yes,
always a part when you prepare a dish.
Yes, so like nutrition, no? Diba? That's also part, I
Yes,
think,
ma'am.
of what you are also taught in the College of Hospitality Management. So all of you are hospitality management fourth year students, right?
Actually, ma'am, it's hotel and restaurant
sorry, not
management,
hospitality yet. Hotel and restaurant
Restaurant, our
management.
course.
Yes, so all of you are expected to graduate. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes.
Hopefully
You
next
you
year.
cannot take it back anymore, no? A shout out to our dean. Yes. Anyway, in the few minutes that we have left for this segment, I'll allow you to make a shout out to your professors, to all those who had supported you in this provincial skills competition, starting off with Minella and then down to Honey.
Okay, so first, I want to thank God for sustaining me strength. I want to thank my family for supporting me, as well as our college, especially Kina Adman Institute
yeah.
and Foundation University for trusting us that for trusting us to compete, and that they believe that we are able to prove to the other schools or to the other people that we are capable of competing in this kind of field.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Minella. Yeah, and then for Mel.
So thank you. Shout out to Miss Ida Claire, Mr. Jenny Alabata for helping me for the recipes for my competition, and then to Kina Adman, my assistants, and these girls here.
Oh my God, you're all amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
Thank you. That's it.
Yes, okay, thank you very much, Mel. And then for Honey, yes, Honey.
Yeah, so I would like to thank God for sustaining me to survive this competition and for giving me strength to survive those 3 days of very hectic schedule. And I would like to thank my assistant, Maria Lection Manaban, for assisting me and helping me throughout the competition, and Mr. Antonio T. Bindal Jr. for guiding me in this competition on what to do and helping me with all the things that needs to be prepared. And for all of my friends that have supported me, and to my family that supports me also.
Yeah, so
Thank
these
you.
are your medals, by the way, ladies.
Yes,
no?
ma'am.
It's all second place.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
silver
Silver
medalists.
linings.
Wow,
We call
great.
ourselves the silver lining.
Silver lining, yeah, right. My gosh, no. So in other words, we can all trust you with our lives. No, we will not go hungry. We will not go probably or go left without any food to eat or perhaps be taken
ma'am.
care of
Yes.
if we are with you guys. My gosh, salute to you, huh? And congratulations once
Thank you so
again.
much, ma'am.
More competitions, perhaps,
Yes.
more skills where you can showcase these,
Yes, ma'am.
all for the benefit, of course, of the university and for you guys. Yes, iGreyhound will be right back, friends, after these few reminders.
Located at Dumaguete City, Negros Oriental, Philippines, Foundation University is an institution that strives to provide quality education for all. Continues to be at the forefront of innovative teaching and academic excellence. Founded by Dr. Vicente G. Cinco in 1949. FU has become a home to diverse Foundationites coming from different regions and cities in the Philippines. It is a non-profit, non-sectarian institution, accessible to all, offering several fields of study for its undergraduate, graduate, and postgraduate students through blended learning. Serves to educate and further develop individuals to become productive, creative, and responsible citizens of society. Foundation University proves it is an institution prepared to face adversities and challenges, as innovation is the heart of its goal. Despite the obstruction of a global pandemic, the university continues to pursue its development plans, create action, and bring its vision into a suitably adaptive reality. In FU, we ensure that no students are left behind. We stay true and commit to provide the best education to all Foundationites. We foster a dynamic and progressive environment that cultivates effective learning, generates innovative ideas, responds to societal needs, and offers opportunities for all. Through the Global Giving platform, our dreams and visions are slowly turning into possibility through financial support and donations. One important project that Foundation U spearheads is the Foundation Preparatory Academy Science Wing. This concept was developed to precisely address the issues facing science education at the elementary and high school levels. This concept was developed to precisely address the issues facing science education at the elementary and high school levels through the aid of advanced technology, improvement of science laboratories, and equipment for enhanced academic learning. Teaching science subjects pose a challenge for most mentors and teachers. Most students have a low performance and less interest in science subjects. This may be caused by the lack of illustrations that would best explain the topics and intricacies of the subject matters. To address this growing problem, we saw the adaptation and use of audiovisual presentations and actual hands-on experiments in science education. Video clips are to be utilized to help explain the science theories and concepts. Availability of science laboratory rooms with complete equipment. We aim to become a catalyst of transformation where every student develops a high interest in science education. Through the development and construction of Science Wing FPA, we believe that it will greatly create a positive impact to the community where science is a fundamental learning in our daily lives. We want your help in building this dream project into reality. We assure you that any form of assistance, may it be financial help or manpower sources, are put to work in what is being planned and serves its purpose.
Yes, we're back once again on iGreyhound Friends, and earlier we have interviewed the aspirants and also the winners of a provincial skills competition held here in Negros Oriental and of course participated in by our students of the College of Hospitality Management for that particular segment of Foundation University. And for this second segment, friends, they are also aspirants and also winners of the same skills competition, but this time they are into technology. So may I introduce our two guests for this second segment to our viewers. Immediately to my left is someone whom I have met when she was yet in first year. Now she's in her second year, and I am glad to see her once again, this time on television. Yes, Mitch Angela Pinili, and I'd like to congratulate you, Mitch, for having garnered a silver medal in your category. Yeah, hi, Mitch.
Thank you, Ram, and good evening to you, and good evening to our viewers as well of iGreyhound.
Yes, thank you very much, Mitch. And beside Mitch here is another medalist, this time in the field of web technologies, although of course I will allow him to expound on this further in the person of Mr. John Chrysler Vincoy. Hi, John. Pleasant evening.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening to our viewers. Good evening to iGreyhound.
Yes, thank you very much, and congratulations is in order. Wow, look at
you,
that, no? You brought laurels once again to the university through this provincial skills competition. So tell us, Mitch, about your category. Yours is graphics design technology.
Yeah, graphics design. So my category, right, is graphic design. So basically from its name, I was tasked to do design like logo designs, and then I animate them.
Yes.
And then also I was tasked to create brochures, brochure designs, and then also some packagings as well.
So that was essentially what you had joined the competition for. Now again, similarly, just what I asked of your colleagues earlier, although theirs is on cooking and restaurant and so on, yours was it also time bound? Was there a particular time limit?
So same with the others. My competition was a 3-day competition, and each day we had a maximum of 8 hours to perform specific test packages. And each test package consists of like 3 to 6 tasks. So we had only 8 hours to perform those tasks. So it was really like time pressuring also.
And nerve-wracking, no? Knowing that it's under time pressure. Yes. Like, how did you prepare for the competition, Mitch?
So actually, I don't have any knowledge with the software that was being used during the competition. So I had to prepare for a week. And it was pretty challenging to me to balance my time, since during that time as well I was representing the school on a different competition. So I had to like watch video tutorials on YouTube, get some inspiration on how I would do my logos and designs. So yeah, it was pretty enjoying and as well at the same time pressuring, since I wanted to win.
But you're in your second year, you're in your sophomore year in information technology. But you have learned about the rudiments of graphics design in your classes.
Actually, we do have graphic designs in our course, but it's not, the software is different, since we use more on like Figma, like templates, But during the competition, we had to make it from scratch, so it was very challenging for me. So yeah.
And you did some research as well on your end, from your end. I'll get back to you in a little while, Mitch. No, but for John, yours is web technologies. Is this any different from the graphics design that Mitch also like participated in?
So for the web technologies, ma'am, we have different kinds of aspects like features. So part of it was also the logo design. We have to use Photoshop for designing, or make some art. Like we have to combine one picture with another picture, like put some background on it. So it was not on my knowledge, so I have to like study it from scratch, like watch also YouTube, and also we have the same like test packages for like sa day, like for the 3 days, ma'am.
But you are an IT information technology student, and you are in your third year already, John. No? Now, your categories are interrelated, of course, but insofar as the knowledge that you already have, Mitch is in her second year, John is in his third year. Would you say that perhaps you would need more work, more research, more hard work on your part as far as this exposure is concerned, Mitch?
Yeah, for me, I do think I need to explore more since I wasn't really pretty much satisfied with my performance.
With your performance, okay.
Yeah. So,
even if you're silver medalist.
yeah, I wanted that gold.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I want to like further develop my knowledge, my skills on the graphic side, since I do believe that is more on my forte.
Okay.
So yeah, I do think so.
So in other words, you mentioned that it's your forte, no? You want to go into it, graphics design, after completing your course.
Yeah, I am pursuing a direction in which I can do both programming, but also more on the graphic side of things. On designing like pretty much websites, something like that.
Yeah, because that's the that's the trend today also, no, and the demands of the times. Yes, interesting. Yeah, and then for John, web technologies, no, is this something that would really bring you to places, so to speak, because this is also very much in demand today?
Yes, ma'am. So I think yes, ma'am, because web technologies nowadays are now very in demand, like what you said, you've said. Then also we have many job opportunities from outside the country, like online jobs that are really in need with the web technologies. So for the web technologies, we have mainly the websites like that, ma'am.
Okay, so that's so that is how it differs from graphics, no?
Yes,
Although very much interrelated, but I was asking Mitch if she would want to explore, some more on other areas or other fields. But in your case, John, is web technology the main endeavor that you would like to pursue?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's what I've interested, like from the start, ma'am, like what I've tried like that. So it's like I have background on it now. Then I have to like pursue it now.
Yeah, but this is for the contest, of course, for web technology. But are there other areas that you would also like to go into, just in case?
It would be like game development, no?
Another very interesting field, no? Yes. Are there other areas where one could like do some innovation? I think as far as your course is concerned, it's really big on innovations, no? Mitch? Yeah.
So with regards to the competition, I think the overall competition was my innovation myself, since it is from my ideas and how I would design the logos, the brochures, the test packages.
Okay.
And as far as my course is concerned, I want to dive deep into innovations such as maybe app making to solve societal issues, something like that.
Yes,
so I think I'm planning to pursue that path as well. Yeah.
The design that you did specifically for the competition, can you perhaps tell us what the brochures are all about? Is it all right?
I think it's okay.
Mention,
So as what I've mentioned, it was a 3-day competition. So each day we had to design 4 different brands. So during the first day, I was tasked to design. It was more of like a health-related logos. It was called Health Beats. So I had to create a logo for it, animate the logo, and then I had to design a brochure regarding the app. So it was a vital monitoring app. So you can just monitor your like heartbeat or blood pressure at home. So the brochure was more of like
vital monitoring, something like vital signs.
So the brochure was more of like the informations or what you would get when you use the app. During the second day, it was like it was more on the environmental stuff. So during that day, I had to design a website actually. But what makes it different from them, John, is that they have to code it Mine is I use a software called InDesign, so I had to do the linkings on there. So it was pretty much challenging as well, since I've mentioned I was new to the software. And during the third day, I was tasked to showcase Singapore. I mean, specifically the dishes that are popular in Singapore, such as crab dishes, fish dishes, and all those kind of stuffs. So I was tasked to create 3 different logos, 3 different sachet designs for a sauce, and then I would design a packaging to store those sachets that I've made. So pretty much, yeah, it was really enjoying for my side, since I love doing graphics.
Right.
So yeah, it was really a good experience for me.
Was it the members of the board of judges that picked the things that they would be asking you to do, like for example, making those packages for Singapore in particular, or was it your idea?
Actually, it was from the test packages. It was already given to us before the competition, so that we can study and have our ideas. So yeah, it was from them. So the designing was from us.
Okay, but similarly, how long did it take you to do all these things each day?
Each day, for the first day, I only had like 6 to 7 hours. Then for the second and third day, I had 8 hours to 9. So yeah.
Well, were you allowed to like do this for the entire day, or you had a time limit also, just like the rest of the competitions or categories in the competition?
We were allowed to do it for that specific time frame. So of course we had breaks. But during those times, we need to accomplish our task.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, for John, for the web technology, it's like a design, right, John?
Yes, ma'am. And also the back end, ma'am.
The back end also. Meaning, what does that mean?
It's the coding, ma'am. The hard code, like how the website should function and what's the design also.
Okay. So in particular, what did you exactly do in particular?
It depends, ma'am, because we have different kinds of activities for each day. So for the first day,
for each day.
So for the first day, ma'am, we had like in the afternoon, like 4 hours. We have a time limit of 4 hours. So we had like the activities of 1 to 3 activities, like the logo design, the graphics, like that, ma'am.
Okay. And then, of course, because this is a competition, a provincial skills competition, you were pitted against representatives also from various schools in the city or even in the province. Now, your exposure to such competitions for Mitch and for John, what goes on in your mind, especially while you are doing your job or your stuff or the things that they are asking you to do? Is it like I'm something like playing the devil's advocate here? Is it, yes, this is really the course that is for me. Yes, I think I am on the right track as far as the degree program that I have chosen for Mitch.
Yeah, I think those were my thoughts, since as what I've mentioned, I'm planning to pursue the graphical side of things. And also during the competition proper, I was like, can I do this stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was really pressured, since we were 3 competitors, and the 2 of them already had backgrounds on the graphic side.
But similarly, there are students like you, of course.
Yeah, but they have competed during the previous provincial skills. So I was like, what I'm gonna do? And then I was really pressured. I didn't even expect that I would like win second place.
Yeah, second place.
But yeah, that is where God led me to.
Yes, okay, yeah. And perhaps it is providential as well, no? That you were in that competition. How about for John?
Yes, ma'am. So
what goes on in your, or what went on in your mind, John, while you were doing all the stuff that were expected out of you?
So also the same, ma'am. We have 3 competitors, also the same school.
Yes.
Then also the same, like I also have not joined any competition before this one, and my
first timers for the both of you. Okay.
And also for my other competitors, they also have joined the previous competition. So it was really pressuring for me because we only have like 1 week to prepare this one.
Okay.
And there were also topics like that I don't know, I don't have any knowledge about, then I have to like study it from scratch. Then, but still, it was a pretty good experience.
Yes, yes.
As you would say that you have to discover many things when you don't have any knowledge of it.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah.
But is it possible, like in the course that you are pursuing now, no, like information technology, it's possible for you guys, no, and even for your fellow students to like research on your own or discover or explore things on your own? John, is that how it is with your course?
Yes,
degree
ma'am.
program?
Because as the teachers or our professors like to and just give us time also to study. As if you learn something by yourself, it sticks on you like that, ma'am. As compared to being told like that.
Okay, yeah. Oh, how nice, no? Yeah, it's really something to also ponder on, right? So for Mitch, what are your thoughts on this, Mitch?
For me, like, yes, I think we do have we can research on the what do you call this? The topics that we are taking up. So like. Basically, what they teach us is more on the surface level.
Okay.
So we do have to dig deeper, and for me, I need to do that.
Yes.
For me to be able to understand more about the specific kind of topic and further enhance my skills and knowledge about it, so that it will be pretty beneficial for me as well.
Right, right. And now I am curious, not only because you are into the competition, but the choice of the course that you are tracking now, no? Like for John, I'll ask John first. Is this really the choice of career that you would pursue? Mitch had answered that earlier. John.
So for me, ma'am, yes, ma'am, because I've always been interested in technologies since I was a kid. First-hand experience was games like that.
Okay.
Then it gets deeper as you go along with it.
Okay.
So, yeah, it gets me kind of excited when dealing with technologies, like making programs like that.
Yes.
As you would say that when you're making a program, then it works. So, yeah.
Talaga.
Pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a discovery perhaps,
Yes,
no? And you did it yourself. Okay, that's really very good. For Mitch, it's like this is the track really, as you had intimated, no? The track that you would be pursuing.
But actually, before I chose BSIT, I was looking to enroll in engineering course. But then opportunities came, and I was like, BSIT is the perfect one for me.
Yes, right.
So.
Yeah. For you guys, no, it's your first choice, right?
Yes,
that was
ma'am.
what you said. First choice also for Mitch, but. Talking about moving forward, no, and talking about something that is not too far-fetched, like the future, for example, that's going to be like 2 or 3 years from now, no? Yeah, for Mitch, any plans or something?
Yeah, I'm actually planning to pursue a freelance job that is related to my course, since that is what I'm actually doing right now. But it's not really related on the graphic side of things.
Yes.
So yeah, maybe in the future I'll pursue that.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
Yes, be on your own. No? Okay.
Yeah.
How about for John?
So I'm also thinking to freelance after I graduated, ma'am. So
okay.
to work like companies outside because it has higher salary like that, ma'am.
Yes, right.
Then I get to save up, then make my own like that company, or
Right.
I'm still thinking about it.
Yes. And then maybe this would be the last question. Why did you trust Foundation University as your institution of choice? John, you'd like to go first?
So for me, ma'am, like first reason was my influence because of my friends. They also go here. Then
That's
like
good.
before I was afraid of not out of going to new environments like that, exploring new things. It gets me uncomfortable, ma'am. Then it gets into when I'm going to kan ma'am haning layo na. Then
Yeah.
it gets boring like that. So I tend to go with new things now. Like that.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, always new things, no? Because after all, in information technology, I think it's very fast, no? Fast-paced, yes. The industry is fast-paced, yeah. How about for Mitch?
So
Choosing foundation. But you graduated from Foundation Preparatory?
Yeah,
Yes,
actually,
okay,
yes.
I remember
So
that.
Foundation University is actually my first and only choice.
Okay.
The main reason is because my brother
Okay, yes.
graduated
Yes,
from Foundation.
who we interviewed and featured here, right?
Yeah,
On
Mitch.
iGreyhound. Yeah, Mitch also.
Another Mitch.
Yes, yes.
And the second thing is that I've heard from like a couple of friends that I know that the environment here is actually pretty good.
Yes,
They don't like pretty much pressure students that much, and then there are a lot of opportunities as well.
Yes,
So
right.
that is basically why I choose Foundation.
Yes, yeah, very nice. Yeah, and then with a few minutes that we have left, I will allow you guys to like make a shout out to anyone who you would like to thank, whoever, friends, and so on. Yeah, I'll start off with a gentleman, John. The floor is yours.
So I'm John. I would like to thank God for me having to survive the competition as it was hectic as hell. Then yeah, and I would also like to thank my friends, my family, and those who have supported me along the way. Also Mom Jess, Mom Cecilia, and Mom Amorin for guiding me throughout the competition. And yeah. And also Foundation University for trusting me.
Yes, thank you, John. Yeah, for Mitch, Angela.
So first of all, I'd like to thank God, of course, for giving me the strength to finish the 3-day competition. And I'd like to thank the Kinadman institution,
Yeah, right.
since of course if they're not here, we wouldn't be able to join the competition.
Yes.
I'd like to thank the CCS faculty and staff, especially my expert, Ma'am Cecilia.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for trusting me.
Yes, yes.
Also, thank you very much for Foundation University for allowing me to represent the school during the competition.
Right.
Also, I'd like to thank the one and only Sir Mark for guiding me in
Okay.
some technical side of stuff.
Yes.
Also, my friends, especially to, I'd like to give a shout out to Macy Therese for being my motivation and my main support during those competition days.
Yes,
Yeah.
wow. So congratulations once again to
Thank
John
you.
and to Mitch, Angela. Can you imagine bringing laurels to the university? For John, you got the bronze, yes. And then for Mitch, Angela, you got silver. Yeah, so more competitions, more learnings, more discoveries for you guys. Yeah, thank you very much. So with that, friends, we bring to a close another episode of iGreyhound. Please do not forget our replays are on Fridays and Saturdays from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 3 in the afternoon on Channel 6 of Filproducts TV-Dumaguete. And we are also being streamed live on the Facebook page of Foundation University. Thank you very much once again to my stylist, Ms. Rofi of Yvonne's Closet, for making sure that I look chic on the show as always. This has been Cecile Henove bidding everyone a pleasant evening.
Grit, determination, resilience. These traits are what made Foundation University overcome the obstacles of the pandemic for more than 2 years. With the future being uncertain, it was difficult to make plans. Life, or whatever was left of it, in the minds of Foundationites was at a standstill. This year, just in time for the new academic year, Foundation University shows to the world that she can weather any storm. With full face-to-face classes back, the campus brims with life as teachers and learners make up for time spent online. The challenges in the past have tested how far Foundation University can go. From where we are, there is nowhere we can go but up. As we rise and stand united, we face the coming year with optimism and hope as Foundation University proudly soars on her 74th year. Just as the Greyhound is capable of leaping to greater heights, so does Foundation University. FU at 74 proudly soar.